Hello everyone, I'm Njål and let's ramble and rant and talk about Dustborn. Since I'm a Norwegian, I'm feeling very qualified to talk about this. So this will be unstructured and unfocused and also a bit rambling. Oh wait, I'm already doing that. Never mind. So, what is Dustborn? Well, in essence it is a combination of combat, adventure game talking, ghost capturing and rhythm game. On its own, this is a brilliant combination and it should be very fun, but it should be, that's the thing. Should. I'm not gonna bother to show you any footage because I don't want to start up the game ever again. So, yeah. Essentially, you have a road trip with a bunch of meta-humans that have abilities, have vocal cord abilities. That lets them manipulate different aspects of people's personality, such as a main character who can trigger people, and yeah, one of the first example of this is her friend, if you could call her that, is in the bathroom puking her guts out, and you can try to lure her out with jerky. Or, you know, when she looks out the door, you can just trigger her. And so, yeah. So you have the big one with the skin condition and in the name of the prophet. Then you have the POC one that is just terrible and abuses her voice. You can't get away without using the voice in terrible ways towards people. And this is not a good thing. And then, of course, you have the white-haired one, that is transgender or non-binary, depending which falls in the same category of sorts, who keeps making sexual innuendos. And then you have the team dad, the only one that acts like irrational and sane people on this team. It's probably because they haven't been around these people for long enough to become a snarky, insensible asshole that sounds like a Twitter spouter. But and of course they are on a run because they've stolen a package and sleeping in a big ass bus. Despite being over the age of 30, I'm not sure how they manage to sleep comfortably in a bus, honestly. And of course, they go camping and they said, we shouldn't stop here, what about gangbangers? Don't worry. And guess what? You get attacked by a biker gang, and they really fail the voice actor on that gang members. And combat is kind of brain dead, and you have to, you just button mashing, and you can't really fail, it seems. Actually, you cannot fail the game per se. The only thing that happens is different responses and terrible banter during chat. But yeah, the goal is, anyways, you know, to beat up these bikers. And then when the leader is left and almost finished, she goes to deadpan, flat, boring, go, you have to finish me off, it doesn't count if you don't. And of course, you have a rhythm game that depends on your different responses depending on how successful you are. The rhythm game isn't much to write home about. The song is, yeah, it's fine enough. As for the political message in the game, well, yeah, there isn't much really. But, in per se, it's just that it uses an unholy combination of all of the worst words that talking heads on YouTube have been posting for the past several years. So other than that, you walk around, pick up stuff, talk to people, and sometimes use abilities to solve an obstacle. And then there is these people have been infected by echoes. Voices that turns them into shitty people, paranoia, and essentially your average American social media user that's real or TikTok abuser that should have been to psychiatric institution for help. But yeah, you aim this game console at their head, and you wrangle the precision thingy, and pull the voice out and gain new abilities in combat. Not that that's impressive, honestly. No, where the thing gets interesting is how butthurt Turnquist is about his child that should have been thrown out with the bathwater. How people apparently he don't understand why people are so negative. And yeah, and so I told him that it should be more focused on the echoes and ghosts instead of beating up a bicycle gang and the police. And then Turnquist goes, "But shooting police in other games is fine? Is GTA political because you can kill police? Or is it more political to give them whooping with the bat?" Here, the thing is, beating up police in GTA, it was fun when I was 12. Now, these days, it's boring and annoying. He does not deserve hate, death threats, or any such thing, and if you do that, you are a terrible person. Unfortunately, I cannot stop people from doing that. This is a response people have to negative political messaging these days after listening for too long on YouTube and listening to politicians and social media. It's an unfortunate side effect you cannot control. But yeah, he just essentially... He managed to cross off the bingo of buzzwords you shouldn't use on social media. It's not very hard to understand. So let's see. Trigger. People have been talking nonstop about trigger warnings, censorship, the civil war in America, pronouns, gender, representation, inclusivity, equity, diversity, exclusion, and and fake news, and racism, and So essentially, they have scored a full frigging bingo card, and I even have cancellation in there. Don't you understand this? Oh, maybe not. But essentially, if I were to go into YouTube, let's say it would take, let's see, quartering. Where have we American politics? American politics. You know it's an election year, right? So we have Quadring, Tim Pool, and all of these other fools that... There's sometimes interesting talking points, but they are kind of boring and way too focused on American politics these days. Yeah, it gets boring, just like the news. So, yeah. Essentially, I can give the game credit for. It works, it runs just fine. Other than a couple of clipping here and there, it works as intended. It has a good foundation. It has a nice art direction. Peeping the voices sounds just fine. But it needs a bit more... It needs a lot of polish on execution of the characters. And the impact... Essentially, what my issue with the combat is, it feels so... It needs to be a bit... It feels a bit flat and... fake and unfinished and unfocused. I think it actually really lacks impact. So you get shot. Does it seem like you get shot? No. Do you punch someone? Yeah, sort of flop around and ragdoll a bit, and that's and that's about it, really. And it's a bit disappointing. But honestly, my biggest gripe though is that I don't like the party, and I find it too slow for my taste. It's just ironic, cause I've bothered to play through Death Stranding, where you are walking slowly between places with a big luggage on your back. So yeah, I can take games with a lot of plot and slow padding. So yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. And the ironic thing about the reception is all of this is sure, if it was a bit more pizzazz entertaining, The game would give it a lot more, you know, to use modern words, risk, and would be perfect for this current day and age. By the fact that you're hitting all of the political talking points, and there is an election year, and it takes place in a totalitarian America. Unfortunately, that's the only thing people will remember. It's just a sad state of affairs, cause the foundation is good. The execution is just... it misses something. That's what I really can say, is that the game itself is missing something. I don't know what it is, but something. Anyways, I'm Joel, I'm signing out, and have a good one.